What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, what we are going to be doing is I'm going to be, first of all, showing you how to access log into Pivot Interactives. And then second off, I'm going to actually show you a couple features in Pivot Interactives to help you with the lab that's going to be due this weekend. So without further ado, let's get started. So with everything, you're going to start here in Google Classroom, and you're going to go to Classwork. Click on classwork and you're going to scroll all the way down to where it says class info/resources. And then you are going to select this button right here where it says join class on Pivot Interactives. Here it'll have a link as well as a class key. Now, fair warning, this is for my period 3 physics class, but if you are not in that class, then please do not use this class key. Actually, scratch that. Please just go on to Google Classroom, click on the link, and just copy and paste your own class key. Don't copy this one right here because it will be different. But once you click on that link, it should bring you to a page that says join class and where you can copy and paste that class key. And then from then on, you should be registered into my class. So please do that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually kind of talk about that assignment that is going to be due. So first, I assigned to you guys this making and using mathematical models, the gas station pump. We click on that and it will load the prompt for it. So this is going to be what your lab is going to be on. Okay, so if you want, you could kind of explore a little bit of it, but please make sure that you are kind of staying up to date with it. So first of all, here we have a video that we can actually play, and I'm actually going to lower the volume. There we go. So where we can actually play, and then here, if you see this little toolbar, you can select this, and then we could see the time, the frames per second, and then what frame it's going to be on. Okay, so that's going to be kind of important for the questions that the lab will be asking you. So here, I believe it's 28 points. Yeah. Let me kind of go back a couple frames. So I want to first start my data. So I want to start kind of collecting at least some data from this because I want to create a couple graphs, and I want to show you how you can use these graphs to kind of find what you really want to find on the table. Okay, so let me at least even get to 0, 28.53. Okay, so anyways, here I'm going to go to where it says column name, and I'm going to label this one as time of video. Once again, please follow along because I'm pretty much doing the first couple of data points for you in your lab. For units, you're going to put it in terms of seconds, and the variable, you're just going to write t. Okay? So that's going to be what we're going to be putting in this column right here. We're going to be inputting all of our data points of time. Here, we are going to be putting the element of the cost of gas. Okay, the units could be in dollars. Variable, we can do a little money sign. It's money. All right, and then let me at least even do one more data point because I like to collect data. If you want, you could click on these three little buttons and insert column to the right. That way you can get 3 columns. And then you are going to do gallons of gas. Okay, units could be in gallons, and then the variable could just be gal. All right, so here we have a table of all the data points that we can take. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to collect data from this video, and then we are going to input it into this data table, and then we are going to graph it. Once we graph it, it should help us figure out how to answer a lot of these questions through here. Okay, so without further ado, let's collect some data. So right now, my time of my video, and I'm going to enlarge this for just a second. The time of my video before all of the gas starts pumping is at 28.53 seconds. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, actually, I wanna show you, 28.53 seconds is right up here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to minimize this, and I'm gonna do at 28.53 seconds of my video, it starts to pump out gas. However, that's the very initial start, and I know everything costs $0 and 0 gallons were filled at this point. Actually, zero. So that's the very first start. So now what I want to do is I want to go to my video again, and let's say I want to stop this. Sorry, I gotta stop this, let's say at 30 seconds. So right now I'm at 29.87, but what I wanna do is I can click on this that allows it to go one frame at a time, and this is gonna be at 30 seconds. So at 30 seconds, my total sale is going to be 22 cents, and the amount of gallons that pumped was 0.078 gallons. Okay, so at 30 seconds of my video, there are $0.22. And how many gallons? We got 0.078 gallons. Okay, cool. Let's try and do 33 seconds. Why not? Okay, so once it gets to 33, that's pretty close to 33, but let's try and get it there. So at 33 seconds, my total gallons of gas is 0.6. Change on me a little bit. It looks like 6.7 because it looks like it kind of changed at the last second. So I'll do at 33 seconds, gallons of gas is going to be 0. I'll say 6.7. Gallons is 0.229. All right, and I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to repeat this method until this video ends. So you can fast forward this if you would like, probably kind of towards the end. And then you could kind of see that it only reaches about, oh, is that the end? No, it's not the end. It reaches around $4.30. Okay, so I want you guys to continue putting these data points in. And then if you run out of space, you can insert a row below. But do it in increments of 3 seconds. That's going to be important. Because then you'll get a nice looking graph right here. So before we even can kind of continue on, why are we even doing this? Well, this final question, number 5 on here, will say, at what time, starting from the beginning of the video, will the amount of money display on the pump reach $8.50? So we want to know when my cost of $8.50, or when in the video it will cost $8.50, or how much money will Lisa have spent when the number of gallons reaches 3.2 gallons. So now we have all of this data, and now let's graph it. Okay, so here in my y-axis, if you remember from your math classes, you're going to go to configure y-axis. Let's say I want to always put my cost of gasoline in my y-axis. Okay, so that's going to click done. And then in my x-axis, I want to select, let's even do time of video. Okay, so I'll hit done. So right now, because I only have 3 data points, you guys will have more, but I have 3 data points and it looks kind of like this, right? Nothing, it just looks like 3 dots, but you'll have more dots if you put more data points in. So what I want you to do is I'm going to select this cog, go to curve fits, and I want you to select proportional. Oh wait, sorry, not proportional. I want you to select linear, my bad. I want you to select linear. Okay, because once you select linear, it'll actually show you various points in the graph, where here is going to be that point of $0.22 was going to be that cost of gasoline at exactly 30 seconds, and then you could kind of like follow this trend. Okay, so what you can also do is, let's say we wanted to change. So this is going to be a gasoline or cost of gas versus time graph. But let's say we wanted to change that to gallons of gas. All right. So here is going to be the same thing. And then we can actually find out how much cost of gas per gallons there are with this equation right here. Okay. If you notice, this 2.933, whatever A is going to be my cost of gasoline per gallon. Okay, so that's going to be important for a couple of those problems where you can use dimensional analysis, such as this one, right? Number 4, or what is the price of gasoline, which I may have already given you the answer. But for number 5, you will need to do a cost of gasoline versus time graph, because that will give you the best um, rate, at least in per seconds. So I hope this video kind of helps you, especially with this lab. We'll kind of go through a little bit of it throughout this week, but I did want to show you this video so that way you guys had a good understanding of it. So thank you guys so much for joining in, and I will see everybody later.